Good morning, good morning, good morning. Yes, I am in LAX. Fairly quiet, considering it's LA. But it is quarter after 7 in the morning. Yes, I am waiting for my flight. It departs in a little bit, but I wanted to jump on and say good morning and wanted to see how your weekend went. I will tell you that my weekend was amazing. I really enjoyed spending time with my girls. We did a lot of different things. If you watched my stories or saw some of my posts, I need to put another one up. I'm not the best. I'm getting better at putting up more pictures and stuff. But yeah, we did a lot of really fun things. Yesterday we walked this neighborhood that was called North of Montana. North of Montana, and the houses were absolutely beautiful. The area was gorgeous. We went out and had lunch down in Santa Monica, down by the water. It was really amazing. Um, you know, sad that I have to go. And it reminds me when my daughter Morgan was little, she would go like to an overnight camp or a really fun um, overnight thing. And when I would come to pick her up, when the bus would arrive and I would come to pick her up, she would be bawling. And I would say to her, "What happened? Is everything okay? Why are you crying?" And she was so sad that it was over. I now understand. Years, decades later, I now understand because it brings me to tears sometimes to think that my time here with my girls celebrating is now over. But plan another thing, put another thing on the calendar. I do plan to see Morgan in April. She'll come home, and in May, I'll go to her. So, do have some things family wise on the calendar, which makes me extremely happy. As you know, that is one of my happy places is with my family. Um, See, what else did I want to tell you? Okay, for me, sometimes I have a little bit of decision fatigue, where I find something and I'm like, and other times I walk up and get it right away. Well, I go into this, what do you call it? Like I don't know, little place that has food and magazines, like a heck is that called? Um, I can't think of what it's called, but it has like beverages and snacks and books and magazines and stuff like that. And as I was walking by, something caught my eye, and I was like, "Ooh, I really like that." So here, let me show you. I bought it. I didn't even think twice. I bought it. I thought it was super cute. I don't have anything that has a California that stuff. Anyway, it says California. California, and it's super nice, and it's like a brownish tan color. I don't have anything in this color, and I thought, oh, and it was on sale, even better, right? Even better, it was on sale, and so I do finally have something. I didn't see anything that said Santa Monica, or I would have possibly got that. That's for my next time, Ray. If you see this video, I need to find a mug or something that will remind me of Los Angeles, of Santa Monica. Nothing really. I didn't see anything. I didn't go in those kinds of stores, and so I don't have any mugs to bring back next time. Next time for sure. Um, let's see. Other than that, not a whole lot else to report. I did pick up a salad to have on my flight because it's 5 stinking hours. And although I don't typically eat breakfast, by the time I get home, it'll be almost dinner time and I will have missed lunch and I will be hungry. So I got myself a salad to have on the flight. I'm good there. I also stop. I have my whole routine. Do you have your routine? For those of you who travel a lot, do you have your routine? So my routine is in LA, I come up the stairs. I fly United, so I come up the stairs And I grabbed 2 Evian bottles, and now the Evians are in glass, which is good and bad. Let's be honest, right? I love that it's in glass because I don't want to consume more plastics. And I'm also hate that it's in glass because it's so stinking heavy. 2 big water bottles. Yeah, they're big, big water bottles so that I can stay hydrated on the flight. Got my salad. I got an orange. I am good to go. And yes, would I like to get to the point where I don't have to pre-think and prepare and bring food and I can just get something on the go? I would love that. If airports would finally get some healthy food in them, right? Or a lot of times in the mornings there are no salads and I don't really eat eggs or burritos or pancakes or any of that kind of stuff. So my options in the morning to grab a salad or something like that is very, very limited, if at all. A lot of times they're not even open if the flight's too early. And so I do prepare. I do bring food because it sets me up for success. And yeah, I wish I didn't have to, but I'm so much happier when I do. And the last thing that Reagan said as I was walking out the door, she said, "Do you have snacks?" So I always have my snacks. Always have my snacks. Hey, Jan, good morning. Good morning. Thanks for joining. I also want to share that best laid plans. So, as you know, I have my fur baby. He is my joy. He is my love. I felt really bad that on his birthday I wasn't with him because his birthday's on the same as mine. John wasn't with him, and I hired a dog sitter. And this dog sitter, oh, thanks, Jan. This dog sitter I've used before a couple of times. She is amazeballs. And good morning, April. Good morning. She is amazing. And she takes a million pictures and she takes him on lots of walks. And I was super excited and relieved because nothing is worse than when you go on a trip and you worry. You worry about your fur babies. Or if you have children, you worry about your children. Nothing is worse. And so I was relieved. I have somebody that's done this before. I can like disengage and just focus on, you know, just focus on they're making announcements, so I'm trying not to get distracted. Focus on the fun and the people and what you're doing, and not the stuff that may or may not be happening at home. And then on my birthday, everything blew up and exploded. Um, she unfortunately got triggered and could not continue. It's a very long story. I do feel badly for her. I don't necessarily agree with the way that she handled the situation, saying that she just couldn't continue. Um, and my husband, John, was getting ready to leave on a trip because he thought he had coverage. And an hour before he is leaving, he's trying to get in touch with me, but I'm busy. I'm doing things. I'm out. I wasn't really paying attention to my phone. I figured if people were calling me for my birthday, which I love, I would call them back because I wanted to be in the moment and really appreciate the things that were happening in the moment. And all of a sudden, I look down and I get this horrible message from John saying, "You're not answering your phone. I can't reach you. I'm just going to have to put Duncan in a kennel." And I was like, what the, yeah, what the F? What the F? The dog has never been in a kennel. He has PTSD from when I dropped him at a friend's house when he was less than a year old. It took me over 6 months of training to even get him back in the car. What are you talking about? What kennel? You don't even know of a kennel. We haven't even checked out a kennel. We never have done that. And I had not been seeing the messages that the sitter had left me. And that is like one of the worst things, one of the worst messages I can get. It's happened a couple of times. when I have been out of the country, when I have been on the other side of the country now, and it is not fun. It is not fun. It is very stressful. It puts me into tears. My heart races. My stomach does flips. I'm on my phone. I can't get a new person because the person doesn't even know where I keep the dog food. So I have to rely on people that I've used before, but chances are a lot of those people weren't available. And so I was hoping and praying that they could jump in and help or do part-time, and I could like piecemeal it together, and certain people could take certain things. And my neighbor's daughter, who's 15, was so gracious to jump in and help me, and spent the night and took care of Duncan for the weekend, but she has school today. And so I found another sitter yesterday when the original dog sitter said that she couldn't even come and let him out or take him for a walk today. Um, yeah, very disappointing. And grateful, grateful for the people who raised their hand, who said sure thing, who stepped up, who were available and agreed to take care of my fur baby. Have you ever had to deal with that? When you leave your beloved pet behind and it doesn't go according to plan, things are a little bit, not a little, a lot in upheaval. It doesn't make for a very pleasant experience. I am headed home now. I will love on him a ton. The people that were with him ultimately loved on him. And it was a huge relief, even though it was a huge stress for a couple of hours. And with that, this is now stress-free. I'm going to get on this flight and have a safe flight journey, calm, relaxing. I may even take a nap since it's 5 hours. And I woke up at 3:30, and I thought it was time to get up, and I couldn't go back to sleep. So I'm in dire need of a nap. And I will catch you tomorrow, my friend. Make it a merry, magnificent, marvelous, magical Monday, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. See ya.